We hear a train. We are in Findlay, Ohio for an auction on a Thursday. We're at the fairgrounds. Let's go inside and see what there is. Let's back it away. There we go. Now we can see the whole table. Now you see why we're here, right? Some good primitives. That's pretty. Those are fun. Some kind of little like boxes, but they're not boxes. Chopping block scraper. Oh, that's just a big block of wood. I don't know why I like old wood. Those are got some nice patina to them. Stacking boxes. Winnie the Pooh. Dolls. I'm not much of a toy collector, but when it comes to horses, I may be. Right? Oh, look at this cute little juice save button. Oh, back out so you can see the whole table. Somebody lost their leg. Grandpa's pine tar toilet soap. Um, Kind of looks like redware. Jolly time. Chip and dip. Christmas. Oh, Yvonne, be strong. Be strong. Just like them because they're little snowmen. Santa. Oh, this one's actually, oh, it's glass. I thought it was metal at first, but it's glass painted. And then we got a paper mache. Oh, look at that's got cloth on the inside. We'll be in trouble if there's knee huggers here. Right. Lots of ornaments. Mhm. Oh, he's a candy container. So it might come, there might be. I had to skip a section. Somebody's there looking, so we'll come into items I have no idea about. Oh, but I'll show them to you because maybe some of you guys do look at that scale. Chris probably does. Random kitchen tool. Look at that. Look at these. Wow, those are cool. Sheep art. Game board. This looks like a roulette. Something. Do I like it because it's green? Chances are good, yeah. Look at the cow and the horse. And of course, the older pieces. Oh, she's pretty. Oh, she's very pretty. I like her. Too bad she doesn't have glass eyes, but she's very pretty though. See a little lamb. This way. It's a little bitty hen in a nest. Ooh, it is sharp. Lots of flea bites. That's cool. Too bad it's got a big old crack. But look at that little bit of colander. Clear glass egg plate. I don't know if this was an antique dealer. I don't know whose collection this would have been. Yep, because the green. Pretzel. Old seed packets. Lady, look at her eyes. Which is pretty and delicate. 1938. Oh, that's heavy. I don't even know. I'm not sure. Jeez. Oh, the little horse, he lost his leg. Is it attached to the wood? I just like old wood. Hold on, let me back up again. Oh, some kind of a plate, not a breadboard. Oh, I do collect these actually, but don't think I need all the other tins. Interesting art pieces. I like the yellowware with the cream stripe. What is this? Some type of a canning? Weird, different top. Just the lid. Oh, this would be a popular item right now because grandma core is a thing. Right with the bread boxes. The ones I used to paint up, and now I'm like, can I remove the paint? Because now they're selling without the paint. No, not much ironstone. That's probably ironstone. Somebody, that's interesting how they have all the gears and then the clock face. It's almost a smoky amber. Neat mouth on it though. Oh, we do have some old Santas. Look at his little face. Oh, Easter. Look at that little. Nope, there's some putzes. It's putz sheep, but they've lost their wool. They're naked putz sheep.
They've been rubbed.
Yes.
They've been sheared already.
They have been sheared. Oops, let's pull back out. Some beautiful pieces of furniture. These are the little kid size or salesman samples. I don't know. What did you like, Chris?
No, they got a couple things back there.
Okay. Of course, I like this bench. Those were nice. I actually like that chippy white table. What was a clock? Yeah. At one point it was a clock. Maybe? I don't know. Be careful. Top lifts off 2 pieces. Okay. That's an interesting pie safe. Cover, not really a pie safe, I guess. The blue's pretty though. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've not registered for a PIN number, you'll need to go to the back here and register. They've got donuts and coffee and sandwiches at the other window. So if you're hungry or thirsty, restrooms are at the back.
It isn't. I couldn't tell from the back if it was a bench. I think it's a shelf. It's a shelf. Okay. Oh, it's the mustard's fun. Oh, something. It's definitely, I mean, like 80s newer, maybe. Let's see if I can scroll out. I like it. I like the color. Oop, oop. Is that a permanent thing on there? Or is it just a piece of glass?
Well, this
Oh, look
isn't
at.
correctional.
No, no. Actually, somebody put an extra shelf in there.
Mm-hmm.
Would it look good by your bathroom? Because we're looking for a piece by your bathroom. I don't know. We'll find out. For us, oh, there's a hen's on nest. Do you think anybody wants that version? Whoa, I don't know what that salvage piece is from.
It's one side. I mean, not one side. It's all connected.
Holy cow! Looks like it came out of a church or something. Oh, can you buy me this today? I would like it.
Would you?
I would. I would like that. And anything with a whole bunch of drawers.
That's like the new though.
Yeah, I know. Crazy. What? I mean, I thought this was a post office in the picture, but now you got a little drop hole.
I have no idea.
Huh. That piece, I like the top.
Scalp part.
Yeah, the design at the top. It is very pretty. 2 piece.
Mm-hmm.
The doors made me feel like it was gonna fall forward. Oh, I didn't even see a lady.
Yeah.
Somebody painted it green. Do I like it because it's green? A blue dry sink. Very pretty blue. Always chairs. This little top part's neat. Gotta learn how to make this design because I like it. Oh, look at that story that wood bowl could tell. Here's where I come to get ideas. That's beautiful. Oh, that little curling boy on the bottom. I know all the paint. Oh, I like him. I have a thing for animals. at that paint. Becca could kind of paint like that. Me, on the other hand, not so much. Oh, hey, hi, Spice. Mm. Oh, that is a heart shelf. Heart corner shelf. See, they were trending before they were even an 80s thing. I know, look at that. Their teeth look funny. To me, anyway. Is this an incubator? I would think it is.
What's that?
I said that incubator. We've had something similar. I wonder if it's some type of a game. Sometimes I don't know. Those are fun. Look at those shoe structures. Repair. A little set of shoes. Looks like Pinocchio lost his shoes. And his little gloves. Mm. Oh, that bunny. Spindles? Let's see. I don't know what is. I'm not sure. Fun. My little elves could go up the ladder at Christmas. My little knee huggers. A mini dough box. That is cute. Hook system's neat. Look how tiny those are. Footrest. But it's green. Look at the bugs, almost one in that piece. I saw the nose art, yes. You have to have a huge space for that. Above a cabinet would be nice. Look at this. It's a wooden one.
Very, very delicate.
Yes, very delicate. Salvage pieces. Oh wow. Somebody, I mean, that's a piece of rock basically. That's interesting. That kitty cat. Now we're on the other side. You know, this is where I get my old paint ideas. See things that have been painted and try to reproduce it. And I got some rugs, some bedding, linens, doilies, aprons, old horses. Weak for old horses. Beautiful baskets. That one with the feet at the end. Got some tins. Just a little bit of everything. Some boards. Yeah, we traveled about 2 hours to Findlay, Ohio to go to a sale. Chris took the day off. It was during the week. It was a Thursday, but it was an antique dealer closing their shop, which is always a sad event. But you knew that there was going to be some goods. There were going to be some good things, and part of reselling and having a booth is you're looking for items you hopefully that others want to buy, which means then other people like us are going to be there too. So it was at first I'm like, oh, it's not there's not much of a crowd, and then the closer it got to the time, I'm like, oh, there's quite a crowd. So and I don't I'm not sure the reseller game. It's hard. It's because I posted that I was there on Mark on my Facebook, and I had a couple of like I think one comment said something about the prices being high, and they do start off sometimes high, and similar items are high, and but if you can stick it out to the end, there are deals to be had. Um, and then there was one lady that came and she wanted all that vintage Christmas, and she was leaving with all that vintage Christmas, and we weren't going to touch that vintage Christmas. And you have that. I mean, it's just how any type of sale goes. I mean, it's just like being the first one through the door of the estate sale and finding that they listed all the prices at what eBay is selling for. I, there's not a secret. If you stumble across a sale someday where somebody's just like, I want a quarter for, yeah, quarter, yeah, those are not they don't come across very often now. So the prices are what the prices are. We all have a different dollar amount reselling. I consider us in a small area where Creek is. Um, I think would Findlay area would be like the Mommy. A lot of people were from the Mommy mall, antique mall, bigger area than us, bigger mall than us. I mean, I wish there was like even the online selling. A lady that I ran into that follows, she's on Instagram, and she was saying that this is one of the very first in-person auctions down in Ohio, and I agree. I agree. There's not after COVID a lot of the in-person auctions in the Indiana, Ohio area. There was a one that we went to a lot, the Wigman's auction, and very few. I mean, it used to be like once a month you knew you could go down there and and do an auction, but now they switched to a lot of online auctions and where they ship. So that just opens up that online shipping, like Whatnot. Um, it just changes the whole game. And I chatted with y'all about this, and I probably should switch from eBay to Whatnot selling sometime in my life. Alex says so. Alex says so. But as of right now, this is what I'm going to do. But y'all don't get discouraged. Stick it out to the end. And, I'm always happy with what I find. Like I didn't need another egg plate. I have like this will make my fourth clear one in my booth, but the box was $5. And these are $24 to $35 in our area. Because hen and the nest are popular. So I'm like, okay. And then I mean I didn't pay much for the one little box. It is a vintage clear glass hen in the nest, and it does have lots of flea bites, lots of flea bites for whatever reason. But it's clear. People love the little minis. I don't think I paid more than $7.50 for the box. I don't talk about prices much because to me it all kind of evens out. I underpay for something and then I overpay for something, and we don't look at that. I mean, I'm never going to steer somebody in business. I don't have a business degree. I just do what works for me. There was another box that had a clear butter mold, and people may not know what that was. But yes, it's the swan. I've resold the cow and the swan. Um, this is like a $75 item, and I think what did I give? There you can see I don't like to talk like that, but I think it was like $7.50 for the box. So there is deals to be had. But did I pay $100 for the angel? I did, because I've actually sold a version of this, but it had glass eyes. Um, I don't know if I might have even been like in the 70, but She's beautiful. Those older cherubs that are hand carved because it's wood. Beautiful. The only thing I wish that she had glass eyes, but she does not, and she is beautiful. And then, hello, when do you see this? It's hand carved chicken with 6 eggs, Ohio Amish. Folk art. Oh my gosh, y'all. It is way cool. That's one thing I like about a lot of auctions, the uniqueness. So somebody painted a basket, they put it on a board, they hand carved this chicken. We got some wooden eggs that are well painted. I mean, my goodness. When do you find a piece like this? Not very often. And then this other piece. You're like, well, of course, I'm always looking at everything as a riser, and I'm like, well, that's cool. Look at that age of the wood. And then you open it up, and you're like, well, there's a cool drawer. Still can be a riser. But then you're like, that kind of looks like it's going to slide open. It's a grater. For what? I don't know, but it is a grater. So you could actually, it says number 43, 1 of 3 pieces. Remember, this was an antique dealer. So it doesn't really say somebody had a purpose and made it. So it could hang on the wall. Me, because I love decor and to set my yummies, I would use it as a riser. Never seen one. Maybe y'all have, but I'm like, so I mean, that's one of my things. I love to go to these types of sales and like, okay, can I get one of the most unique items here or not? And probably the item I spent the most money for was the paper mache tot because I think I gave 140. I did, and it's not even that old. Look at I was a clearance at one time, but it is paper mache. I do look at like I would say vintage with that kind of crate. I would say 80s, early 90s. I'm guessing because you don't see that a lot of that crate anymore. But as you know, I collect. I bring out my black cats at the Halloween time. Love the tail. And like when I post it on my social media, I'm like, it's much bigger than you think, you all. But cool piece. I just wish it had green eyes. I like the ones with the green eyes, but that's okay. I'm a little bit fond of green, but when it's for your collection, but plenty of pieces. $1 for a spice rack. I think Chris gave a couple bucks for this because I saw it as a project piece. Got a hole. I can see you through there. But it's a great project piece. I'll take off the back, give it a new back, and we can make that over. Love when I find project pieces. Even like this old salt box nobody wanted. I'm like, oh, because they were auctioning. There was 2 auctions going on at the same time because they had so much stuff, and I was like, let me make sure I'm on. There was so much stuff, and I'm like, so I popped over to where Chris was when they were selling some stuff I wasn't interested in, and I'm like, and he's like, well, that's not something, it wasn't something I told him to grab, but I'm like, for that price, I can make them over. It's kind of weird because they stapled some stuff to put tags on. I'm a little questionable about that, but anyway, beautiful, fun, floral. Make a vignette out of this. Can paint it up. A couple bucks. Grandma Core is in, and I was excited to see the duck cookie. Though I think somebody has been repainted. And you know what? I'm going to start off leaving it as is, and we'll see how that goes. I don't know why somebody decided to repaint it, but I'm going to leave it alone because sometimes people like to make things themselves, make it their own. So I will just sell it as is. Other than I painted over paint job, I'm going to leave it alone. Take that back. I did get some Christmas Santa tin. I don't know why she didn't want the tins. She wanted all the ornaments and all. I think pretty much all the Easter. So I like just walked away. I'm like I've got a lot myself, so I didn't need to. We all collect something different, so I got Santa on a tin. And I felt bad because I collect putts. You always feel bad. It's an auction and you have to bid against others. It doesn't mean you can't feel bad. So I do collect the German putz sheep. These ones that look like they've lost their wool. I don't think I have any like that. But I have that little mini where I put my butter pats and my little English crockery food jars. I love to put that on them. And then there are these cute little teddy bears. So hold on, I gotta set those down. So there's this little set of 2, and then that little old guy with his kind of scary eyes, but they are so super sweet for us who love minis. So sweet. This is such a fun, there's a 3-piece, if you can see it back there, canister set. It is actually McCoy. But the pattern is fun. And with, the Grandma Core nostalgic kind of does go into the mid-century modern a little bit. So I thought I would be safe. The colors are fun. It's just a fun canister set. And luckily they sold it as a set, not separately. Because some things auctioneers it'll be like ×3, So there's that. Another little project piece for $1. I'm like, okay, I can paint that up and make that cute and put some florals in it. So my project piece side. There again, nobody wanted this cute little early paint. It's got early paint. There's probably was green underneath it, and then there's gray on top of it. It's just a nice basket. I don't do a ton of baskets, and a lot of times they have their little tags on, and I have to cut them off. But it's like kind of like leaving a Goodwill tag on. You're like, I gotta remember to take that off. But yeah, no, it was a nice basket. Beautiful. There again, can create a vignette in it. Chris picked up. See, why did they do that? Don't do that. Why would you staple? I'm just saying. I don't know them. I'm sorry, but why would you staple it? Just because it's wood doesn't mean you should staple on the tag. There's quite a few items here that have been stapled on. That is just odd to me. Don't do it. But anyway, so it's an older handmade. Chris did try for the broken one, but he said that went really high. And it's always funny because not all auctioneers, like, I don't know. Anyway, he's like, why do you want that one? It's broken, Chris said. And I'm like, because that's the one that has patina and tells the story, and it's so cool. So if I was over there, I probably would have fought a little bit more. But he said it did go quite up in price. There wasn't a lot of tins there, but I thought even with the rusty crusty damage, this is a nice size tin riser. If you're somebody who collects tins, I don't see the blue very often. Old tins are fun. I got excited at first when I thought this was a breadboard, but it's some type of a riser, but it's still really cool. It's a cool aged piece of wood. I'm always taking the tags off. So I would flip it this way. I would put my decor, a cloche on it, make a little, your little vignette on there. And yeah, it sits fine just because it's like, carved. This is the way I would personally sit it. Weird purchase of the day. Hello. What are they? What are they? Because I've had limes and I don't remember them shrinking up. They've got to be some type of a gourd. Like, but they were green. Cool old canister. Just when you group something together that's odd like that, it's just fun. And I know at Shipshawana there were these rock-looking things painted white, and I did not bid on them because they were like $85. But I don't remember. I wanted the first pick because I didn't know if anybody else wanted. It's so hard because if you don't get the first pick, because they'll do a table, like this from this side to this side, and then whatever's in between their, what they're pointing at. If you don't get the first pick, you somebody go pick the item you wanted. So you could be overpaid, you could be underpaid. They could have picked the item you wanted. But there were some rocks at Shimshawana, and they were actually antique marbles. And the value was there, and I should have went for them, but I was so unsure of myself because I just hit my 6-year anniversary on the Ginger Chick channel. So I really crafting, like all crafting the first year, and we really didn't even start antiquing to what, like the fifth, like 5 years ago. So we are learning, and there is a lot to learn. I love this little bear, and what made me even love him more was his Jesus Saves. He's so cute. So it does have a tag. It's a Murphy bear. I don't know anything about Murphy bears. Limited edition, vintage fur bear, sold shoe button eyes. Oh, shoe button eyes. And then the signature by Pat Murphy. 1989 edition. Not recommended for children under 3. So small parts, don't chew on them. It's sad that we have to say that. In one of the pics, I don't know if I showed this in the video. These poles are massive. What the heck? At first, you would have thought they were legs, but you could see like the hole. I think they're poles, like drawer poles, but they are super heavy. There's 6 of them, and I just couldn't. Of course, the green. Maybe if they were just all rusty, crusty, I would have passed them. But they had the slight green on it. Wow, I want to see the piece that they came off from. Amazing. I did buy the lot of vintage seed envelopes because I really have never had vintage seed envelopes, and we're getting into the season. What was that one? Oh, those are cool. Just fun. I can't wait to get to planting. My tulips are peeking up. My crocuses are done. My daffodils are thinking about their lives. Oh, so fun. And then in one of the pics, I picked this not because it had, though the old dominoes are cool. It is actually an old cigar, I believe cigar. Humidor, is that packed dry fresh? So I think it's an old cigar container. So I thought that was fun. There again, constantly picking tape off, the tags off. It's just part of the job. You got to clean everything and try to make it look as pretty as you can to resell it. So there's that. I thought that was fun. I'm like, there again. Look at staple. They stapled it. So somebody made this little bunny box, primitive folk art. I've sold like a version of that had a bird. And I thought, oh my gosh, he's so cute. Old paint, old carving. So like this is carved into the wood. Look at that old paint. So made it out of something else for sure, and then painted it a little bit here and there. It's such a cool piece. I'll try to pull the staple out very gingerly. I'm not sure about that. And then this folk art double slot. Does this one have? It just has some tape I need to get off. Look at that side piece. Oh, what a fun piece. There was one piece, I don't know if I showed it, I think I did a little bit. It was really folk arty painted, and I had the mirror, but that went really high. So I got to be careful because just because I want it, I can't sell everything. I have to, anyway. And then look at that right there. That is just some, and then I believe like these are inlays. Not all the way through, must not be, but you can feel that they've been recessed and put in there, cut out, and then put in there. So, I mean, that's got some amazing craftsmanship. I haven't had a head in a while. She's just fun. The hat came with her, so whether for my booth, I'll probably just do this because I think the hats were all sitting there at the end of the auction when I realized actually almost forgot one of my boxes with the pretzels and the empty seed packets. I'm like, oh shoot, I carried it over because she's breakable, And then I forgot to go back and get the other box. So luckily I saw at the end there was when we were checking out. Chris picked up some exercise weights. I actually bought and resold similar one of these, so I was happy to see another one. I guess it's I don't know, they called it like where you a splitter for wood. I don't know, just cool wooden piece with that aged metal is just awesome. I just thought this is 1938. It's just a calendar. The aged paper is amazing. Be very careful how we do it. So, Season's Greetings, 1938. That's an oldie. Since we're, what year is it? The 26? That's almost 100 years old, y'all. I gotta be, oh, the paper makes me nervous. I want to flip them so you can see the Season Greetings. Patented 1906. So some of the labels are nice and helpful for you because they did the legwork. I did pick out, he did all the tins that they had. He did a pick first, and then I picked the ice cream box, the rainbow ice cream box. So I was glad he sold them separately so I could grab the little, because I do actually use this in my Christmas decor. Jeffrey's Antiques. So I don't know if it was somebody who sold at Jeffrey's Antiques because that's a big place down there. We did not have time. We wanted, I mean, we stopped at the Blissfield on the way home. Unfortunately, but we did not have time to stop. And it's so hectic. I am not good at with big cities, big highways. I just want to go to my small town. So we did not stop. And then there's this little bean jar bean pot was a little extra. I have sold these for a couple bucks in my booth. So those, it's always nice to have things that are just a few dollars in your booth. I mean, I'll sell things for $1. It's all good. And then because it was green, and then this because of the stripes. There again, I can use it in my Christmas. Salvage clock face. How cool is this piece? Clock face. Very cool. Brass. The mechanism still on the back. Could take it off and make it flat if you want, but I love the hands on there. That'll take the hands off. I'm pretty sure I surprised him when I picked this piece. But that's so cool. I love old clock parts. And then somebody had taken the time. This is just a resin base. I could repaint it something different. It's just fun. You cannot tell me that this is not fun. Fun. Not everybody's jam, but that's okay. Then I gave $1 for these project pieces because I think if I just do them whitey chippy paint, they would be cool. So they are wood. I didn't know there's a tag on the bottom of this one too. Does it say anything? It does not say. Nope. It doesn't say anything. So those are project pieces. I'm going to repaint them and make them look older than. I think they are old. They're just nobody was really into them. I will because if I can paint them, not often anymore do I get to walk away with project pieces. So I'm always happy about that. Another $1 find was a piece of salvage. Fun. Massive finials. There again, stapled. What's with the staples? So, two very large finials, very cool pieces. Love the shape of this one. Love the chippiness of that one. Duck, duck, goose. Chris got the hand carved. Oh, he's beautiful, unique, folk arty. Tell a story. Look at the nail at the bottom. What a cool piece. Very cool. I would be so nervous to ship this. I know I ship swans, but the weight of it, there's so much weight in the center because it's a solid piece, and then not being completely, I don't know, that's so hard. Even though I don't collect them, I absolutely love the old yellowware bowls, especially when they have that cream on there. I do think there's like a little hairline right there. These are old, you guys. And it does actually say the yellowware on the bottom. Can you see that? These are old. The shape is cool. The thickness is so cool. And I can't believe I bought a basin bowl. But the green. If it was blue, I probably would have left black. I probably would have left it, but it was green. So beautiful blue. This would have been a basin that would have had a picture. No maker's mark, so probably America. A lot of times the American wasn't labeled, but just a beautiful transferware. Oh, beautiful. Still early, still 1900s, because we brought it over, ironstone over, and then America, like, hey, people are using this, so now we're gonna get on the jam and make it. But that's so pretty. You know what? Get these out, use them. Put your pasta salad in there for Easter. Yeah, I think you're seeing this after Easter, but yeah, use them. I mean, when you're looking for a huge serving dish, this would work. Now I know my idea for this, y'all. Probably some people are going to yell at me. Take the mirror off. The mirror does nothing for it, and nobody wanted it. So I got the green knob. I love the bottom, love the sides. Beautiful little cubby. Oh, look at, oh, I love it even more. It's made out of old cigar boxes. Handmade piece. Oh, I can't get them back in there. Hold on, I'm crooked. I don't want to hurt anybody. Okay, I got it. But yeah, oh my gosh. I didn't even know that it was made out of cigar boxes. Right up my alley. So yeah, you want to make something, piece of furniture, get your cigar boxes out. But I would just have Chris, or I guess I could do it on the bandsaw if it's not too tall, and just cut that right off, y'all. And that would be so much more desirable. And then I see how that looked and what I could do to make it better. I don't know. Flip the piece around. I don't know, but that's what I would do. I take the mirror off. So at the end of the auction, it was a long auction, as I said, and usually when there's not a lot of people, they will like condense it to one auctioneer, and they stayed two auctioneers. And apparently, the Christmas lady didn't want that Santa. Santa, so I got to come home with it. Oh, at one point his mustache got broken off. Somebody repaired it, tried to match up the paint. Chris did like talk like, but I'm like, no, just leave it. Leave it. It's that's one thing I love about posting. Like as soon as I posted the pictures that I was at that auction, somebody's like, hey, those are from the 1950s. It was a kit. You bought the kit and then you put them together. You cut it out. I'm like, oh, I love it even more. So it's nice having y'all know more than me and sharing your knowledge with me. So awesome. Um, we actually got a couple furniture pieces, and the last couple furniture pieces I ended up having to mark them down that I painted. I had to mark them down, and then I finally got them to sold. I think the one little side is still there. So it's really hard as somebody who flips furniture, you getting the value for what an item's worth when you put your time and effort into it. So really, I'm just looking for pieces that we can just clean up and flip. Unfortunately, I do. There are pieces. I mean, you maybe by this video you saw one piece that I just made over, which was the island. There's definitely value there. Those are always pieces that people want. Um, I don't know. I mean, I can't put the time and effort into something that's just going to sit, because furniture takes a lot of room up in your booth. And I don't want to sell on marketplace. I know that opens a whole nother level if you sell on our marketplace, but You only have so much time in the day. So I'll insert the pictures because I told Chris not even because they're fine. I'm just going to take dusting rags and nothing needed to be fixed on them. And he's just going to take them there into the booth. So I'll take pictures of them and add them in this video. Hopefully I remember. Add pictures in, but I did get one bucket list item. Um, so I was happy that Chris won the bid for me. Here's my bucket list item. Now Chris made me a smaller version, but I really just want to display terracotta pots. I don't even know where I will fit it in. Oh, I've wanted one of these stands. Becca got one before I got one. She got one at a sale over in her area. Hers is white. I think they're actually using it in their booth, so it's not for sale. Yeah, they're great display pieces, and that's probably what this person, since they were an antique dealer, did is use it for their displays. No, I haven't. I really am on the fence of how to fix the glass because I think the value is there if I can fix the glass on that piece. I know you see that still sitting in this video, but I'll get to it. Thank you so much for going with Chris and I on our auction journey. I know it's not everybody, and if I did 101 Goodwill videos, everybody would flip on those. I don't know why, because our Goodwills around here are just not the jam right now. They are so hit and miss, and I feel like I waste a whole morning going to a Goodwill looking for something. If I buy one, then I go in, but the algorithm still loves those Goodwill videos. So I'm happy for all of you that have the bins that can go shopping at the bins that can fill a cart at Goodwill. I'm so ecstatic for you all, but I have to go venturing out to estate sales, wait for garage sale season to hit, and hit all day auctions. That's just how it goes. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, and you can see where we're up to. Bye.